It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Jets and the 49ers, and it's coming up next.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That is caught. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Hall again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Jets put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good, 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Dances by him. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards that time for number 14.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And running with power here. Oh, another great move. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this is caught by Williams. And wrangled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 59 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the
ball comes out, but it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back, and the Jets will take over. Once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards that time.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Back to the ground with Hall. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll run with Hall. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Now Rodgers. And it's caught. And he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Back to throw, Purdy. Here's a diving catch right side. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, Purdy. This will be caught at Samuel. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal.
They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this on first and goal? Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Rodgers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Connects with Kittle underneath. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Purdy now to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Third and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And again, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Let's go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, Everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers going to throw. Now he's free up the left sideline. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Hall want to give up the middle, and he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The end result, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. And he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Purdy sets up to throw again. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Purdy looking to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now Moody for the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now Hall to start the drive. And just shutting him off there. Now he's into the clear again. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
Running left, it's Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw going into the hands of Williams. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. Oh, good. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 14 yards. And the Jets add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he make it to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Purdy will look to throw again here. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Connects with Kittle underneath. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point try now for Moody. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll start on the ground. Hall. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Rodgers now to throw. Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 131 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, here's Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. This is McCaffrey on the give. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. On play action, Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So Purdy and the Niners down 31-28. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after the penalty, a break. 1st and 5. Purdy now to throw. That's to the former Alabama man, Cameron Latu.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. Purdy to throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Here's 1st down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Here's Purdy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Purdy to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Now Moody for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. Open man here is Conklin. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
2nd and 6 coming up. Back to throw, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Back to throw. That's going to be caught. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Zerline good with a PAT. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. This is 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. He's got a man, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Throwing, Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So here we go. It's Jake Moody now in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the Jets won the toss. They'll get the first shot at finding a winner as we are back underway here in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped? Yeah.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards for number 11. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and 3. McCaffrey on the counter. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. On 3rd down, here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the 49ers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got it. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.